So you're thinking about getting into engineering in 2025. Well, you should know the whole game has changed. Today, we're going to break down a choice that's gotten way more complicated than it used to be: mechanical versus computer engineering. The big question is, in this brand new world, which one of these paths is the right one for you? They're both incredibly powerful fields, but they're going to lead you to some very, very different futures. Let's figure out which one is yours. And let's be real, this isn't just about picking a major for college anymore. What you're really doing is choosing between two completely different lifestyles. You're choosing different skill sets, and you're opening the door to totally different future possibilities. The choice you make now really does define the kind of problems you're going to be solving for years. To even start making that choice, we first have to wrap our heads around just how much has changed, even since 2020. Seriously, the old rules, they just don't apply anymore. Think about it. Just a few years back, the lines were super clear, right? Mechanical was all about physical things, the hardware, and computer engineering was all about the code, the software. But now, in 2025, that line is, well, it's getting really blurry, and that's all thanks to two huge trends: Mechatronics, which is basically where machines get smart, and the Internet of Things, or IoT, which is all about connecting everyday objects to the internet. So what does that mean? It means the jobs themselves are changing. Mechanical engineers are now expected to know how to code, to run automated factory lines, or to control robots. And at the exact same time, computer engineers can't just live on a screen anymore. They need to understand the physical sensors and devices their software is actually controlling. Okay, so how does all this theory actually translate into a job, a career? Let's take a look at the hottest opportunities that are absolutely booming in each of these fields right now. All right, on the mechanical side, you're looking at the future of how we move. Think electric vehicles, or how we power our planet with renewable energy. These are huge physical challenges. Now, for computer engineers, it's all about being the brains of the operation. You're building AI models, you're defending our digital world from cyber threats, or you're creating the very backbone of cloud computing. Now, there is one key difference in just the day-to-day lifestyle, and it really comes down to where you work. Because so much of the job is digital, computer engineering usually offers a ton more flexibility. We're talking remote work, freelance gigs, and the chance to work on global projects, all from your own home. Of course, a huge piece of this puzzle is the salary. I mean, let's be honest. So let's follow the money and see what the trends are really looking like for 2025. Okay, so in India, if we're looking at starting salaries for fresh grads, there is a pretty noticeable gap. A mechanical engineer might start out around 3 to 6 lakhs a year. For context, a lakh is 100,000 rupees. Meanwhile, a computer engineer, especially if they have hot skills like AI, could start anywhere from 5 to even over 12 lakhs. And we see that same trend playing out internationally. A starting mechanical engineer might see a salary between $60,000 and $90,000 a year. But a computer engineer, they're often starting around $80,000 and can blow past that six-figure mark pretty darn quickly if they have the skills that are in demand. But, and this is a really big but, you have to remember something crucial. These numbers aren't just about the degree you have. Your diploma, that gets your foot in the door. But it's your specific, specialized skills that are going to determine what you actually earn. And this whole focus on skills, it leads us directly to the single biggest trend in the entire industry right now: the rise of the hybrid engineer. This is where these two fields are finally starting to merge. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this: the line between mechanical and computer engineering is getting thinner every single day. The really amazing opportunities, they're in that space right in between them. So what does that look like in the real world? Well, it creates two types of engineers who are just incredibly valuable. First, you've got mechanical experts who can also code. They can run crazy complex simulations or program robots. And then you've got the computer experts who really truly understand hardware. That makes them absolutely essential for building the smart devices of the future. Okay, I know, that is a lot of information. So with all of that in mind, how in the world do you actually make your final choice? Let's try to reframe this decision. Let's move beyond just jobs and money and talk about what really drives you. At the end of the day, this has to come down to passion. It just has to. So ask yourself, do you love the tangible world? Physical systems, seeing machines come to life, solving problems you can literally touch? If so, mechanical is probably your path. But if what gets you excited is logic, building elegant solutions with code, and just riding that constant wave of tech innovation, then computer engineering is probably where you belong. But here it is. Here's the real secret to success in 2025. It almost doesn't matter which path you start on. The real game changer is being ready and being willing to learn the most important skills from the other side. Because you see, when it's all said and done, the debate isn't really mechanical versus computer. In this new world, the winner will always, always be the person who just keeps learning. So, I'll leave you with this one thought. We've seen how the lines between these fields are blurring and creating this amazing new landscape. The only question left is, where are you going to build your bridge?